We're just going to break into the business news now because the former Conservative Health Secretary, Ken Clarke, is giving evidence to the infected blood inquiry today. He was the Secretary of State, of course, during the scandal, which saw people receiving blood products that were infected with HIV and hepatitis. Let's have a listen to him now.
Aspects of what is the most enormous activity, the National Health Service and social care and local authority social care, you all have to concentrate on doing particular bits. Minister of State, I was nearest to having an all-embracing thing because the health service is permanently controversial. And there's always crises over, I spent my time in hospital closures in those days, pay claims, all this kind of thing. But even then, you and the Party-Sec's divided up and have your own bit.
And then the parliamentary Under-Secretaries of State for Health during this period, there was one in the Commons, who was Geoffrey Finsberg and then John Patton, and then one in the House of Lords, and that appears to have changed, I think, 4 times over the period you were Minister. Lord Elton, Lord Trefgain, Lord Glenarthur...
Lord Trefgarne.
Lord Trefgarne, my apologies. Lord Glenarthur and Baroness Trumpington.
Well, there were more, and Gloria Hooper was there, Baroness Hooper. Because she took Baroness Hooper, what I remember best, because she took the very controversial health reforms, the legislation for my health reforms, which was my main activity when I was Secretary of State, through the House of Lords. So don't leave out Gloria Hooper. But I don't think Gloria Hooper had anything to do with blood products.
I'm just concentrating for the moment on those who occupied the positions in 82 to 85. We'll come on tomorrow to look at...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I've got the wrong dates. My apologies.
Now, you explained in your statement that the areas of responsibility for which you had primary ministerial responsibility did not include matters of blood policy, blood and blood products. And we've heard from Lord Glenarthur that was one of the areas allocated to him. What were your areas of responsibility as Minister of State for Health?
They were, overall, the political role vis-à-vis the National Health Service as a whole. The 1980s, the National Health Service is the biggest business-like activity in Western Europe, the biggest employer in Western Europe. It is the centre, always, or has been ever since it was founded, of political controversy, usually crisis. In the 1980s, the industrial relations played a huge part if you were a minister dealing with any public service or any nationalised industry. So pay claims, strikes, the threat of strikes, actually, to an astonishing degree, dominated not only, the purporting of politics, but far too much time. And of course, we were having an extremely controversial battle as a government to try to sort that out in the Thatcher government. The other things that caused fantastic controversy, which were mine, were hospital closures, building of new hospitals. The building of new hospitals were always opposed because of planning and because the bus routes weren't right. The closure of any...
There you go. That's the former Conservative Secretary of State for Health, Kenneth Clarke, giving evidence to the contaminated blood inquiry. We'll keep you abreast of any developments in that as the morning goes on here on Sky News.